Hey everyone, welcome back to the Same Day Burial Insurance channel. I'm Aaron, and today I'm diving into something that many people do not like to think about, but it is inevitable. We all pass away, and there's costs associated with that. I'm going to get into the cost of funeral expenses in 2024 and how burial insurance can help ease the burden to your loved ones. Now, it goes without saying, funerals are not cheap. In 2024, the average funeral cost, it is around $8,000, and that's just for the basics. If you're looking at additional services like flowers, transportation, or a headstone, you could be looking upwards of $10,000. Now, what I did, I went to a local funeral home here where I'm from, as well as a cemetery, and I wanted to break down the cost that I got directly from them. Now, understand, your area, prices may be different, and your situation may be different. So don't shoot the messenger. These are just the numbers that I got. I'm going to go ahead and share those numbers right now. So I want to go over a detailed breakdown from the numbers that I got from the funeral home and the cemetery, and that way it gives you a little perspective as far as what you're looking at. First thing which you have to look at is the funeral home services. So basic service fee, which is just to set up for the service, the viewing service, is going to be anywhere between $2,500 to $3,500. That was the number that I was quoted. Transportation, this would be taking the body from where it was being processed to the funeral home, was anywhere from $300 to $500, and it could get even higher than that. And that was just a basic number that I got. The embalming process, which is the process to preserve the body, that price, and again, that price can be higher, was around $600 to $1,000. That was, and there was a lot of different ways that the numbers can get higher. I'm just giving you a very general number right here. Next, the actual viewing does cost money. So viewing and visitations for that time for the funeral home to allow people to come and visit the body, the cost of that was between $400 to $800. Now, the actual ceremony itself, the cost for holding the ceremony, was $500 to $1,000. In situations, it was higher than that. I'm just giving you an average number. Now, the officiant fees, depending upon if maybe your local church does it, you might be able to waive those fees. But if you were to hire an officiant through the funeral home, it was anywhere from $200 to $400. Next, the transportation services from the funeral home to the cemetery. The vehicle to transport the body was $300 to $500, and again, that could be higher depending upon the size of the casket, what type of vehicle that you wanted to use, because they had different options. And then there were optional transport vehicle choices for the different family members, and that was anywhere from $300 to $500 per vehicle. Next is the actual cost of the casket, and that cost varied greatly. So I got anything from $2,000 up to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a casket, but let's just call an average number between $2,000 to $10,000. Now, many cemeteries do require grave liners, and that is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. $1,000 was the lowest that I saw. $3,000 was the highest that I saw. So that's a good little range as far as what you're looking at there. Now, the actual cemetery cost is completely separate. So depending upon if you have a plot already picked out, or your family member has a plot picked out, there's no cost there because it's already taken care of. But if it's not taken care of, I saw plots ranging from $1,500 on up. Now, if you were to use a crypt or anything like that, the costs go even higher. The opening and closing fees, that's where just opening the grave site and then closing the grave site, that was between $1,000 to $2,500. Again, low number and high number. And then the grave marker, so the headstone, that again was another number which can vary a lot more than $1,000 to $5,000. That's just the average number, because I did see grave markers that were much higher than that number. And again, those situations are very unique. And then the perpetual care fee, which is not required. It was between $300 to $1,000. That was just to maintain it. Now, some cemeteries that I looked at didn't have that cost, and I imagine the upkeep is not the best. But the one that I did look at, the high number that I saw was $1,000 for that. Now, additional cost can be associated with funerals, cremations. So if you were to get cremated, anywhere from $500 to $2,000, I saw that. Flowers, again, floral arrangements can also vary. The numbers that I saw, low number was 2, high number was 7, but it probably can get even higher than that. The obituary cost, this was a guesstimate from the funeral home, was anywhere from $100 to $500. Now, obviously, that depends upon the newspaper and the printing cost, so that number could change. Don't quote me there, but that was what I got from the funeral home. And then memorial cards as well. And these are the cards that go out when the people are coming and visiting, and if you want to have a memorial card, that was anywhere from $100 to $300, and it could get higher depending upon the quantity of cards that you were to print. So with that said, said, these numbers, they start to add up. The traditional funeral with casket is anywhere $8,000 to $15,000 with premium services on upwards of 20 plus. If you were just to go the direct cremation route, you're looking between $2,000 to $7,000 depending upon if you were to have services or not. So again, what I wanted to do is just give you a nice detailed breakdown of what you'd be looking at for costs. Now, as you can see, these numbers can quickly add up, and unfortunately, many families, they're left scrambling to cover these expenses at the absolute worst possible time. Now, this is where burial insurance comes in place. Assuming you do not have any financial means in place, burial insurance is a small, affordable life insurance policy. It's designed specifically to cover these end-of-life expenses. Now, instead of leaving your family left to struggle with the bills, a burial insurance policy ensures that your loved ones have the funds they need to pay for your final expenses without dipping into their savings or taking on any debt. For example, let's say that you take out a $10,000 burial insurance policy. When the time comes, this policy can pay out directly to your family to cover the cost of the service, the burial, or cremation, relieving your loved ones from the financial stress during an already difficult time. And the best part about this, burial insurance is designed to be affordable, with most policies only costing a couple dollars a day. Now, depending upon your age and your health, things will vary. Now, it's a small price to pay for the peace of mind that your family won't be left struggling to cover your funeral costs. So, if you haven't already thought about how to cover your final expenses, now's the time. Funeral costs are only going to rise. The cost of insurance is only going to rise. But with a burial insurance policy, you can lock in today's rates to ensure your family is taken care of. If you're ready to get a free customized quote without the need for a sales call, click on the link below this video. Take a minute or two to fill out the info questionnaire I have on that page, and I will shoot your numbers over to you in 24 to 48 hours. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you did find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice on burial insurance, and leave any questions you have in the comments below. I'm here to help. I want to see you guys next time.